On today's show, we're going to be talking about a brand new 2600 game, new LED signs from Atari, some mixed reviews of Breakout Beyond. Next week is the Midwest Gaming Classic, and it's the 45th anniversary of Space Invaders. All coming up right now. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Dadisajoke Retro Rockin' Gamer. What the hell is it? Episode 75 of the Weekend Report. And we got a few things to talk about, but nothing extraordinary. Also, I'm going to be doing the Retro Rewind segment, I guess. And I got something really interesting to talk about there. But first off, I just want to say to everybody, I've been kind of lacking in reviews right now, and the problem with that is that, especially like I would love to review what's it called, Breakout Beyond, and check it out, but with the exchange on the dollar and whatever. It's getting really difficult to justify the amount I spend on reviews. Where it's it's kind of hard to review every game when you got to pay for it, honestly. But at the same time, I just don't want to. Here's the thing. I need to get my credibility up, to be honest with you. Every company that all these YouTubers and stuff talk about all the time are usually sponsored by them, either by game reviews or whatever. So guys, if you really like the show, please share it with everybody you know. Share it on Facebook. I'm not on there. I'd love to get more stuff out there on Facebook. So yeah, please just help us out just so we can do that. So if I can get enough, if I have enough subscribers and enough views, I can go to Atari and say, look, this is the crowd I'm pulling in. Can I, get games to review for free? It's just easier that way. Plus, I also have to do a review of a new 2600 game, which I haven't gotten to yet. Just a lot going on here. And also, geez, you know what? This has been bugging me for a really long time, and I gotta say it, and I want to say it now. I'll probably lose followers from it, but please don't take this the wrong way, okay? And let me just say this so I can get it off my chest. With what's going on in the world these days, especially being a Canadian, and being threatened to be annexed by the United States and what have you has really, really, I'm not going to mince any words. It's really pissed us off here. Our greatest ally, our greatest friend, the umpteen times I've visited the United States and met so many wonderful people, and for this to happen, it's like a fucking stab in the back. I hate to say this, but that's how I feel. And it's only by one man who's doing this, right? And all these tariffs and stuff like that are not only going to hurt us, it's going to hurt everybody else too. If you do a little bit of homework on tariffs and stuff like that, you'll find out why. And so it's hard for me to justify all this. Like, I would love to get a neon sign back there, an Atari one, right? I'd love to, but with the exchange of the dollar and what's going on, I just can't. I can't. I can't justify spending that money, right? And it hurts me. Totally hurts me. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to say that if you're an American and you hated what I said, please, it's not meant to you, right? It's meant for somebody else. who's in power. Anyways, I'm hoping this will straighten it all out. Our countries can be friends again, and then we can go on like we have been for years and years and years, and you know, go from there. And also, yeah. Anyway, I don't want to go any further than that. Let's see here. Invasion in Tau 4 is a new 2600 game, which was shown on Twitter, and it actually looks pretty good. So check it out if you want. Just do a search on Invasion in Tau 4 and take a look at that. I brought this up just a couple seconds ago. New LED signs from Atari. I really like the asteroids. I mean, I like the logo one, but the asteroid one is super cool. I really like that one. I gotta get more coffee, man. What the hell? Coffee time. Now, going back to Breakout Beyond, which was supposed to be an Amigo game, but it got released on the Atari, which is, I guess, okay. And I'm getting, from what I've been reading around from Discord and stuff like that, I'm getting mixed reviews from it. Some people hate it. Some people don't like it. Some people say, it's okay. But nobody's saying it's like, wow, a standout game. So, there you have it, folks. I wish I could put my 2 cents worth, but let's wait a little bit. Maybe when things change, or if it goes on sale, I'll pick it up. Also, next week is the Midwest Gaming Classic, which is always a great show. So if you're in that area, or you love traveling to these shows, check it out, because let me see here. Now I got to bring out my phone. Okay, so Atari's going to have overstock of the Butcher Billy XP collection. The 400 mini for only $80. Wow, that's a sweet deal. Event exclusive merch, which is always good. 2800 plus and 1700 plus with free wireless controllers. Yay! And something secret we can't tell you about yet. Ooh. So the tickets are on sale now. So it's from April 4th to the 6th. That I wouldn't mind going to, but alas, I'm a dad with an autistic son, and my family's really busy, so I can't make it. I would love to go. Anyway, that's besides the point. Also, can you believe this? It's the 45th anniversary of Space Invaders for the Atari 2600, or back then the VCS, 1980 to 2025. Wow. And it's funny, the game still holds up to this day. It totally does. It's amazing how that happened. So that's it. I mean, guys, I would love to be. I mean, the best time to do these type of shows is from like September to Christmas, right? Because all the stuff is coming out, a lot of speculation, a lot of excitement, blah blah blah. But when you're coming into summer, it's like. But I will do my best and see if I can get you guys information and news and maybe entertain you guys for a bit. Now, it's that time. Retro Rewind. Okay, Retro Rewind. I don't need any paperwork for this. Okay, and I'm going to go back to the US thing. As a kid, okay, especially when you're an Atari owner and, games were really expensive here in Canada, it was crazy how the difference in price, and even with the exchange on the dollar, it was still cheaper to buy from the Atari games from the US. Now, here's one of the things. I don't remember the year exactly, but this is, I'm assuming, during the time when things started falling apart. Now, the coolest thing was, I grew up in Montreal, and the closest border town was Plattsburgh, New York. Actually, there's a big Air Force base there, which I got to see from the outside. Didn't really go inside, but it was really cool. I don't know if it still is or not. Somebody can correct me. It was a big B-52 sort of flight line over there. But small little town, and it had a really cool mall. And it had, and the other bonus thing about these cross border trips, it was only an hour to go from Montreal to Plattsburgh. But not only did we do shopping, but we used to, because in Quebec, in the province of Quebec, back then, there was no Pizza Hut. None. So the only Pizza Hut was in the US. So after we did our shopping, we all go down to Pizza Hut, get one of those big giant supreme pizzas, and just munch down, and then drive back. And it was just the best, Sunday ever. But the coolest thing is not only did Pyramid Mall, which doesn't exist anymore, by the way, which is kind of sad. Um, what did I want to say? Had a wicked arcade in there. Lots of games that I've never seen back home. One of them was the sit-down version of Red Baron, which it's etched in my head. First time I ever played Exevious at the arcade. There were some other games that I've never saw before, but those are the two that sort of stuck into my head, right? And I just had, that's the first, especially Exevious. I fell in love with it. The other thing with Red Baron, first person flight game, that cemented my, simulator playing on PC later on. But no, it was awesome. But then I discovered, and everybody knows this, KB Toys. And because I was saying this was probably the time of when when what's it called, when the video game industry was falling apart, is because they had a bin right in the middle of the store, actually up front. It wasn't even in the store; it was up front, full of Atari games, and they were like dirt cheap. They must have been anywhere between $5 to $10. Don't quote me on that. I just remember they were cheap, and my eyes fucking lit up. The problem was I didn't recognize any of the games, right? They weren't my favorite Activision games, and there was barely, I don't think there was any Atari games in there. What was there was the other third-party people, iMagic, who the hell did Planet Patrol? Shit. Oh, Spectrum, which they made some really cool games too. So I remember just going through it and just like my eyes were popping out of my head. I was so excited. So I was looking at what was it? The Spectrum game, Planet Patrol, and it looked cool to me at the back with the screenshot, but it's like I wasn't convinced, right? Later, do I realize now that I'm older, it's actually a really good game, and I should have bought it back then. But it doesn't matter. What I did pick up was iMagic's Atlantis. Not only did the cover art impress me, also did on the back the screenshot of the game. So excitedly, I whipped out my American cash that I had on me and bought this game. And after lunch at Pizza Hut and then an hour drive back home, opened up the box, plugged in Atlantis, and it was like the best purchase I ever made on a game. To this day, we still play Atlantis. My son loves Atlantis. It's such an epic, great game. And you know what? Those type of things always put a smile on my face. If you have those type of stories about going shopping with your parents and whatever, and checking, buying, games and stuff like that, let me know. Share it. I love to hear these types of stories, and eventually I do want to interview normal people online so we can discuss this, because it's not only nostalgic. Well, it is nostalgic, but I mean it's just that passion of video gaming back in the early days where there was nothing else really, right? We didn't have Xboxes or PlayStations or the myriad of other consoles that came out before that. Or after that, sorry. It was all new and all exciting. And yeah, that's one memory I'll never forget. Never, ever forget. Anyways, folks, that's it. I don't have much more. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate everybody. Thank you very much. And we'll talk to you again next time. Bye now.